All right, there we go, guys. So, welcome to our live critique, okay, of our email writing challenge for Inbox Society. So, I'll just come on screen for a bit. Yeah. So for the past like 5 days, from going back last week, no, uh, we launched yung email co-pilot na newsletter natin, which is basically will give you fill in the blank templates every month. Yung goal natin. Every month we have a new edition. Okay? So we launched this by doing a 5-day email writing challenge. Kumbaga yung newsletter, hindi lang siya mada-download, pagiging part ng digital dust, you'll actually use it, di ba? Para magamit mo actually for your own business and even for your client work. Okay? So itong session na to, I selected certain emails that you wrote dun sa Facebook group natin, and we will be running through them. I'm gonna give my feedback how you can improve them, some minor tweaks that you can do to make it a little more punchy and land with more bang. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. All right, so start tayo sa email number one. So I'll close my camera just to make sure you have a good streaming speed. So email number one is super casual webinar invite. Okay? Because usually, di ba, yung webinar invite natin tend to have that salesy feel, di ba? Minsan, nag-invite ka pa lang sa webinar, nafe-feel ng may bebenta sa loob. Okay? So this is kind of going to the opposite direction. Super casual naman yung dating niya. Okay? So our template here is parang kaibigan lang talaga. Like, we're talking about insert your topic, wanna join? Okay? Parang chill lang. Actually, parang kahit friend mo, pwedeng sulatin itong subject line na to. Then insert a blurb here about leisure and frustration. So what I use here for my email is parang yung maulan, right? Maulan yung panahon, sarap mag-stay in. So parang instead of just being lazy, I decided to do a webinar and invite kita dito. Okay? So so the template goes, I invited a few guys and gals over to listen as I share about, so this is your topic. It's going to be online, so everyone can learn while enjoying that warm cup of coffee at home. So since yung weather, yung intro ko dito, so the warm cup of coffee seems to be a good match for that. But kumbaga, the point is yung convenience of doing it at home, no? Yung webinar. Wanna join? Just click here to hang out with us. You see, super casual. Wanna join? Ganun lang yung tanong. Not a lot of hyperbole, mga exaggeration of claims, walang bullet points. Chill lang. Diba? And the call to action is just hang out with us. Right? Not register for a webinar. I'm not saying that those are bad, but this is a fresh approach. Diba? Kung sanay napagod na yung tao sa kita ng ganong style of email. Okay? So let's get started. No? Let's start off with Arlene. Okay? I'm not sure if Arlene is here with us right now, but ito yung email niya, no? We're talking about, naku, medyo, feeling ko French law, so I'll just assume na French na boudoir photography. Wanna join? So ladies, it's still bad weather with a little bit of chill still in the air. Hurry, let's snuggle up some more before it gets hot. So I invited a few gals and guys over to listen as I share about boudoir photography. Okay, okay ba friends natin? So it's going to be online so everyone can learn while enjoying that warm cup of coffee at home. Wanna join? Click here to hang out with us. XOXO RD. Yan. So it's pretty much like very accurate sa template natin, no? So siguro something that some good points, no? I like na talagang pinocus niya sa babae, right? My template, di ba, is more generic. So she leaned towards yung lady since yun yung target niya. So lady, it's still bad weather with a little bit of chill still in the air. So that's good. So hurry, let's snuggle up some more before it gets hot. Okay, that's good. Tapos napansin mo pinalitan niya, guys and gals sa akin. So naman, a few gals and guys, pinama na rin yung guys, no? Over to listen as I share about boudoir photography. So itong photography na to, as from what I gathered from Arlene, was for women specifically. So, breastfeeding, yung prenatal, yung buntis sila. It's not centered about feminism and the female form, diba? So yun yung focus niya. And it's going to be online so everyone can learn while enjoying that warm cup of coffee. And yun nga, may feminine touch, may XOXO dito. Ayan. Okay? So something that I would suggest, no, is even dito sa subject line, yung boudoir photography, I probably wouldn't capitalize that unless it's a proper term. Kasi, di ba, parang ang normal dito, di ba? We're talking small letters in T, then biglang naging proper noun dito. Wanna join? Unless this is really a proper noun, I'm not sure kasi dito naman hindi siya nakakapitalize, di ba? Sa body of the email. So if you don't have to do, if it's not necessary, I would suggest not capitalizing it just to make it casual, especially casual tone kasi ng email, no? Also caution on using jargon. So I'm not sure if your audience is already familiar with boudoir photography. So if not, maybe something simpler like photography for women or parang ganun. Something a simpler term to describe taking photos for women, right? So para kasi kung ano yung boudoir photography, wala nga akong idea yan. Mawawala yung interest ko, right? But like photography for moms, right? How to immortalize your motherhood, something like that. That might be more interesting. Mas madali maintindihan, kumbaga. Okay? Then something that I'd like to add for her is, hey, hurry, let's snuggle up some more before it gets hot, no? Tapos bigla siya nag-invite to her webinar. Feeling ko parang may kailangan ng transition so that it makes more sense. Kasi, okay, malamig pa. Tapos, webinar agad. So parang ang point ko is, for example, I'm not sure if you're seeing my comments here, but maybe she could transition first into saying na, syempre snuggle, di ba? Imagine natin nasa bed ka. So you can say that, in fact, ladies, maybe, I don't know if you know this, but the bedroom is one of our most popular settings for our photos, right? Parang ito yung one of the best places to get those sultry photos that you'll cherish for a lifetime. So, blah, blah, blah. So parang may transition, di ba? Snuggle up, then yung bedroom, then so pwede mo doon i-transition. So I invited a few gals and guys to talk about how to turn your bedroom into your ultimate like photo studio, right? To make memories, so on and so forth. Right? Para mas may logic behind the webinar, okay? For the invitation. Okay? And yeah, the topic, so I invited a few gals and guys over to listen as I share about. So if you're not starting off with boudoir photography, dito rin, huwag mo na gamitin mo na yung boudoir photography kasi they might not be interested in that or they don't know what that is about. So yun nga, turning your bedroom into the ultimate photo shoot, the photo studio, something like that. Okay? Did that make sense to you guys? Can you type in the chat if it did? Or if you have additional questions. Yeah, so these are how we are tweaking yung email. Okay? She did it well, textbook. But sometimes may makita tayong opportunity no, na hindi napapansin. So we can sometimes expound on the template para it makes more powerful, right? Yan. Ako walang sumagot. Okay. Can you type in make sense if it does for you or if you need some clarification, let me know as well. Marv, how about the others? Easy, Bea. Alright. Cool. Okay. Sige, so we'll jump on to the next one. So this is from Senri naman. No? So si Senri, subject, we're talking about how to stay fit in 30 days. Wanna join? So I'll go straight to the feedback, no? Since it's templatized, alam niyo na yung flow niya. About to stay fit in 30 days. So ang suggestion ko, it doesn't really make, parang medyo may konting weird, medyo napaisip yung utak ko. How to stay fit in 30 days. Ibig sabihin, fit ka na. Right? Tapos, parang nalito ako. So I would suggest that, either get fit in 30 days or stay fit even if you're busy. Parang ganun. Kasi one is transition or transformation, the other is parang maintenance, di ba? And how to stay fit in 30 days, Gusto mo kasi to stay fit indefinitely, di ba? Hindi lang 30 days. So parang having a time limit there seems to be weird, a bit weird for me, no? Or I don't understand. Kumbaga, the fact na may doubt ako, that's bad. It has to be very clear. Okay, so subject line pa lang. So next is, every ladies wants to stay fit as they age. So grammar lang, like every lady, right? Not plural, wants to stay fit as they age. Of course, not. I believe you should remove the D, no? They age. Even while busy with their own career or even busy with their own family. So I would suggest to avoid repeating the word, like ito busy, right? It's either you use busy sa 3 lines, or you just, or alanganin kasi yung dalawa, tapos yung isa wala. Okay? It's either you use for all of them or just one of them. Okay? So kung nagagamit ko na yung busy dito, you can use another term as for busy. Like for example, busy can be changed to um, hands full, right? Even if your hands is full with your family or your, parang gano'n, di ba? All hands on deck, right? Up to your neck with etc. So you can use another term kasi nababawasan if people see the same word again and again, nababawasan yung juice ng word, eh, right? Similar to, alam mo yun, yung pag yung song lagi mo napapakinggan, the first, parang may diminishing returns, right? Kung, for example, yung gutom na gutom ka, tapos kumain ka ng chicken joy, sarap na sarap ng unang chicken joy. Yung second piece, hindi, masarap pa rin, pero hindi na kasi pareho. Pero by the time na fifth time na, medyo umay ka na, di ba? Sobrang busog ka na, gusto mo na sumuka. So, it's the same thing with words as well. Na if we keep repeating it, medyo nagiging immune na yung tao doon. Medyo they gloss over it. Wala nang dating. Okay? So, take note of that, no? Then I invited a few ladies over to listen as I share about how to stay fit in 30 days. So again, di ba, parang sa akin, parang merong incongruency with the message, okay? But I like the fact that she was conscious that she mentioned ladies lang, okay? So it's going to be online so everyone can learn while enjoying that warm cup of coffee. All right? Cool? Yan. So we'll go to next. Oh, yeah, si Glyza. Si Glyza nandito. So we can go back and forth with this, no? So subject, we're talking about no pain copywriting. Want to join? So I'm scheduled to go on a trip to China on Friday, but I had it canceled because of the NCOV scare. I know, really scary. So I like this that it adds personality, no, on top of the template. Di ba? On top of just following the template, may juice, no, personality juice. But instead of spending my supposed to be out of the country trip scrolling through Facebook, I instead thought of making my time productive. So something from the first email, yung word repetition of instead, right? So instead here. So I would remove at least one of them, no? Just keep one. Then siguro this could be tighter as well. So instead of mindlessly scrolling through Facebook, diba? Instead of mindlessly scrolling through Facebook, I decided to make the most of my time. Right? It's punchier, shorter, and still says the same thing. Right? So it can make it can deliver the same message in that fewer words. Okay? Yeah. Right. Then, so I invited a few guys and gals over to listen as I share about copywriting hacks and formula that will make every aspiring copywriter's journey to becoming a copywriter easier. Right? Napansin mo ba, like, there's 3 copywriting terms here, di ba? And when I was saying it, it seems like a mouthful. Okay? Parang it was a bit laborious to go through it. Right? So, yeah, okay lang yung Liza. Yun nga yung reason natin why we're doing this, to clarify these minor tweaks that will make a big impact. So what I would suggest is, instead of like share about copywriting hacks, just say share my copywriting hacks, okay? That landed me a $1,000 contract as a newbie copywriter. Okay? So, actually, pwede mo nga i-reduce, tanggalin pa yung copywriter. Eh. Okay? So, for example, so I invited a few guys and gals over to listen in as I share about my copywriting hacks that landed me a $1,000 contract as a newbie. That's fine, di ba? Diretso na yon. And may extra appeal pa because there's a specific benefit, yung $1,000. It's very concrete, di ba? And kasi there's copywriting hacks everywhere. Mag-search ka sa Google, ang daming meron. Diba? So what makes this different? So this is exactly what you use to get $1,000, even if you're a newbie. So that makes it more specific, gives them a reason to listen to you, not just from any hack on the internet. Okay? Yan. And then lastly, yeah, this is pretty much straightforward. Yeah. Did that make sense to you, Liza? Yan. Yes, okay. And dito naman kay Hazel. So this is the last one sa email one. Medyo maiksi lang kasi email one, so dinamihan ko siya, no? Subject, we're talking about creating online courses. Wanna join? Creating courses sometimes involves late night dates with your computer, love-hate relationship with tech, or crazy obsession over perfecting your course content, okay? Losing with personality. It can be a pain in the butt. So I invited a few folks over to listen in as I share about how to create online courses without content overwhelm or tech issues. So this is the same na sa huli, no? Kayo ba, when you looked at, nandito nandito na yung comments ko, no? So, one thing, no? One thing that I like this email. One thing that I would probably suggest to change, no, is itong sa huli, or crazy obsession over perfecting your course content. It feels like a mouthful, especially coming from love-hate relationship with tech. Kasi yung flow niya, mahaba, maiksi, then mahaba ulit. Maganda siguro like, mahaba, maiksi, or parang same lang. Para yung flow, parang dire-diretso yung momentum, no? So I would suggest love-hate relationship with tech or crazy obsession with perfection. Parang ganyan. So, parang gets naman kasi na related sa course content eh, right? Or sa online course. So, not necessarily, hindi na to super necessary, okay? Parang those are extra words that can be implied, okay? Tapos ito, it can be a pain in the butt. I would suggest, tanggalin mo yung it can, right? And say, it's a pain in the butt. Diba? What do you think we must make the thing? Number one, it can be a pain in the butt. Or two, it's a pain in the butt. One or two, what do you think? I'll wait for like 5 answers before you move on. Two. How about the others? Bea, 2. Let's get 2 more responses. Pressure. Kulit-kulitin natin yung mga iba na hindi pa sumasagot. How about you? How about Leonard, Ray? Yan. Liza, Adrian. Yan. Okay? So, having yung mga terms kasi na would or could, yun nga, ito in this case, can, there's, it's subtle but meron parang apprehension, di ba? Parang you're not committing, parang baka, pwede, ganyan. But in chances are, di ba, when you say all this, love-hate relationship with tech, obsession, late nights, it's pretty much guaranteed na parang hassle siya, di ba? So you can say na it's a pain in the butt, diretso na. Kasi it makes you appear more authoritative, more confident, and it sounds like you know what you're talking about kasi nadaanan mo na. Right? So if we can remove those parang word that yung parang kina-qualify natin yung event or yung feeling, if you can remove that, it will make your copy punchier and land stronger dun sa reader. Okay, it's subtle, but you can see the difference it makes, the tone, right, the power and the confidence. Hi Mitch, thank you for joining us. Umabot si Mitch. Yan. So I invited a few folks over to listen as I share about. So I would remove about, no? As I share how, right? It still works. Listen in as I share how to create online courses without content overwhelm or tech issues. Okay? So another thing that you might try using, no, is instead of using without, kasi syempre, I would say template na yung without, but it's fairly common. So you can also use the word minus, right? How to create online courses minus content overwhelm or tech issues. Okay. So those are my few suggestions dito that do make it more persuasive and even shorter para you say much more in less words. Okay. All right. Clear ba tayo sa email 1? Could you type in clear sa chat if everything's clear, or if may question kayo, please feel free to ask. Clear, clear. All right. Siguro, is there anything specific sa email 1? May isa bang advice doon that stood out for you that you think magagamit mo sa next emails mo? Guys, clear. Clear. Great. Cool. Is there anything, any specific advice or critique doon sa email 1 that you think you can use immediately, I guess, for your next email? Liza is to read and reduce. All right. How about the others? Sige, while I wait for that, I'll move on to sa email number 2, no? So Leonard, less is more sometimes. Okay. Well, siguro, I wouldn't say sometimes, but if you can reduce the words as much as you can, so that mawala yung mga lazy words. I guess we can dive that more into that later on. No? Yung mga lazy words or mga weak words that doesn't add to your sentences, it's always better to do that, no? To reduce the fat. Okay. So next is the get segmented survey responses. Okay. So I use this email to segment my audience kung saan sila yung who are entrepreneurs, who are freelancers, etc. And this is the email I use, and we got pretty good responses from it. So here is how it went, no? Why are you here? Okay. Hey, insert your name here. Can you spare a minute? Now, as insert demographic, I usually come up with a catchy opener to grab your attention and make you slide down my email. Perhaps even include an eye-popping image to get people to click. But I'm putting that all aside. I wrote this email to ask you one thing. Why are you here? I mean, what do you want to get out of your topic? What struggle are you going through right now with the topic? As in, what's really holding you back? You can be honest with me. Listen, I want to help you land that knockout punch in achieving your goal, okay? But before I just prescribe a medicine, I gotta know what's bothering you first. Because a cure for some may be harmful to others. So can you do me a quick favor? Please click on the topic that best suits your situation now and answer the 2 questions that await on the other side. Teaser, ho, ho, ho. So the reason I have this teaser, ho, ho, ho was sa thank you page. I know it's not the thank you page, but I asked a question there na if I were Santa Claus and I could grant you a gift or you can wish anything from me to include in this program, what would it be? So yun yung teaser ko, yung ho ho ho. Kasi yun yung frame ng question ko sa survey. Okay? So that's the reason for using that. So you can include that. Kasi when they click here, they go to a survey. Okay? So in one of the questions sa survey, yun nga, if I were Santa Claus, blah, 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 what is something that you'd want me to include in this program? Yeah. So I want to blank ito yung core desire, number 1, number 2, number 3. Then thanks, I really appreciate the time. As a simple thank you, you'll also be invited, or you can get access to my training or workshop that you'll be conducting for free. Of course, optional din is you can say that the invite will be sent a few days before we launch it. So ang goal dito is basically to incentivize them, to answer the survey. Okay, so yun siya. So it doesn't have to be a course. It can be a physical object. It can be a call with you, etc. Okay, kumbaga, we're greasing the wheels. Yan. Let me just get on some of the comments dito. Same in writing a strong legal brief. You can use one word Instead of a sentence, use it. Correct. Guys, reduce the fat. Applicable din sa akin to, okay? Easy fat is good. All right. Let's get into the examples. So si Carlos, no? Si Derek. Why are you here? Hey, Derek here. As an online course creator, I usually come up with a catchy opener. So this is per template. Yeah, but pretty much per template ito. One thing I would change, no? Kasi yung ginamit ko to, ang ginamit kong example for me is as an email marketer, if I'm not mistaken, I usually come up with a catchy opener to grab your attention. So by default, you could use as an entrepreneur, no? Since lahat naman tayo entrepreneurs dito. Having said that, if you're gonna change it to an online course creator, the sentence doesn't necessarily make sense, no? Yun yung mali ko din. I should have explained that better in the template. So something that you could do, no, is maybe sabihin mo, as a passionate course creator, right? As a passionate online course creator, I usually come up with a catchy opener. So the point is, usually with somebody passionate in doing something, it's something that they want to share, diba? Something na gusto nila ma-share. So it would make sense that you'd want to come up with a catchy opener to grab the attention kasi gusto mong makinig sila sa sabihin mo. Okay? So, the one thing na I think na tweak to ni Carlos, ni Derek, no, is that to make you open my email, which isn't necessarily the case, no? Kasi na-open na yung email, eh. Right? You just make them, you just want to make them read the rest of the email, not to open it, because they already opened. The fact that they're reading it is they opened it already, okay? So the point here, like in the template says, make you slide down my email, right? So, yeah, so I would suggest keeping with a script, no? So next part, I mean, what do you want to get out of software development? What struggle are you going through right now with programming? So, yeah, prescribed medicine. So that's according to the template. So sa kanya, I want to learn software development, starting with Java. I want to learn middleware concepts like SOA, and I want to learn database administration. So good, so far so good. Salamat, diba? Tinagalog din niya for his style. I really appreciate the time. A simple thank you. You also be invited to my online training on Java programming for free, right? So I would suggest here na I'm not sure lang yung freebie niya might only appeal to people na sa Java, yung unang option niya. So it might not appeal for the rest of the people. So I would suggest it's something that at least universal for your audience. Diba? Kasi otherwise, kung yun yung, kung ang reward mo, incentive mo, only appeals to a certain number of people, baka ma-turn off naman yung iba from answering kasi, okay, parang, hindi pala ako yung kausap nito. Maybe that's not the main message, but subconsciously, yun yung pwede nang isipin. And maybe you can also add an instruction on how they'll get it, right? Maybe yun yan, optional that you get access to this a few days before we launch this training, right? Or they'll get a separate email to get this training, okay? Or otherwise, if it's already in your form man, survey form, that would suffice. But yeah, if you could add that detail, that's cool as well, no? Yeah. Right. Wait, may nag-open ng annotation. Who's clear the annotation? Right. Yeah. Cool. All right. So let's go to the next one. Si Ray, oh, nandito si Ray, right? Let me check. Nandito ba si Ray? Hi, Nikki. Nice to see you here. Yan. Right. Hey, Ray. Why are you here? Okay. We'll go same. Now, as dog owners, I usually come up with a catchy opener to grab your attention, make you slide down my email. So again, ito yung siguro magkukulang ko din with the instructions. I would say that now, as a passionate dog owner, I usually come up. Yeah, so that would make it more. That would make more sense why you want to grab their attention, no? So ito. So why are you here? I mean, what do you want to get out of Dog Training 101? So I would say, clarification ko lang sana dito, no? if dog training 101 is something that they already have or kung ito yung product na ibebenta mo. Okay? So I would suggest that um, it's something that they already have so that para masagot nila to, di ba? If it's a product that they haven't bought yet, di ba? Baka they might feel na hindi ko sure, right? Usually I would ask this siguro sa lead magnet or for example, I think in my case about email marketing. So it's already something that I'm already providing them no, on the topic rather than the product. Okay, yun yung focus ko dito sa question na to. What struggle are you going through right now with home training your dog? As in, what's really holding you back? You can be honest with me. I want to help you land that knockout punch in getting your dogs well trained. But before I prescribe medicine, I gotta know what's bothering you first. Blah, blah, blah. So ito, Ray, actually, parang you don't have to add this. This is my note to you guys, no? Yung itong part na to, I angled one of the questions, blah, blah, blah. So you can skip that. Then, ito yung options mo, no? I want to have an obedient dog that is toilet trained. Let me zoom in a bit para makita nyo, no? There we go. I want to have an obedient dog that is toilet trained well and with good temperament. I want to have a dog well trained on basic tricks and is a winner on dog shows. I want to have a dog that is confident and has a strong bond with her owner. So I would suggest here is, ganun din yung case, it's a little wordy, if you notice. No? It's a little wordy in the sense that an obedient dog is toilet trained well and with good temperament. And yung good temperament, it's a bit medyo formal pakinggan, right? So something that you could try is to have to say, I want my dog to be obedient and potty trained, right? So the next is I want to have a dog well trained on basic tricks and is a winner on dog shows. Seems a little extreme, no? Kasi gusto mo basic tricks, pero gusto na nanalo din siya sa dog shows. It seems like two different goals, no? Kasi a lot of people would be satisfied with tricks lang. A lot other people would be focused on winning dog shows. And pag winning dog shows, hindi lang basic yun, di ba? It's more advanced. So it's kind of a given na kung gusto mo ng winners sa dog shows, alam na yung basic tricks, right? So you don't have to mention that. So what you can say is, I want to compete and win in dog shows, right? And yung last, I want to have a dog that's confident and has a strong bond with his or her owner. Which is cool too. Or pwede mo rin sabihin that I want my dog to be people friendly, right? Or so pwede natin i-tighten that, huh? I really appreciate the time. A simple thank you. Ito, siguro with the formatting, spacing, you'll also be able to access my basic dog training one-on-one workshop for free. So tanggalin natin brackets. Just be careful with that. And itong optional, when you write it, the copy itself lang, the invite will be sent a few days. No, hindi na kasama yung bracket and the optional. So a happy life with your pet, Ray Jr. Okay? All right. So did that make sense to you, Ray? Before we move on to the next one. Let me zoom out. Approve. Okay. Yeah, so let me zoom out again. Oh, medyo maliit. Let me zoom in a bit. Any questions so far, guys? Feel free to ask while I tackle the level of Zoom that we're having here. Yeah. Any questions? If wala, none, you could type in none so that I know that we're clear to fly ahead. Bea, none. How about others? Ray, okay. None, Leonard. You get two more. Marv's, Mitch. All right. So Punchy sales email for ebook. Siguro question lang before we move forward. Of the 5 emails, anong favorite ninyong sulatin? Ikaw bahala what favorite means. But I guess, yung pinakagusto ninyo. Is there one? Yung email number one for Glyza? Yung simple and easy. Yeah, it's the shortest one, I think, din, no? Yeah. How about the others? One din, si Mars. Okay. How about you, Bea, Leonard? Mitch, fourth. Okay, we'll go. Yun yung specifics and curiosity. And, yep. Dito talaga goal natin the cool, alright. Sige, I'll wait for the others na lang, no? Cool. So next is make competitor jealous. Si Bea is second, si Leonard yung fifth. Yan. So, dear reader, okay, most insert your competitor will tell you blank action is barely worth the pay of their salt. So, ang point natin dito, hindi sulit yung effort mo sa makukuha mong resulta. Okay? So, why not remove that action na hindi mo gusto and still get the benefit that you wish for, no? Because finally, you can get your core desire without objective 1, 2, and 3. You can find how in the new book from insert the authority, the positioning, but only if you hurry. So dito may scarcity because he's only offering insert the number of copies available to his brand new book. They will go fast. For details on how to claim your copy, click here now. Okay, so let's see how you implemented it. This one from Adrian. Oh, Adrian, spotlight ka ngayon. Make the podcast host jealous. So I would suggest here na sa subject. Kasi competitor. So make other podcast hosts jealous. Okay. So that would be something that you could look at. So parang mas ano talaga. Kasi if I'm a podcaster and I'm reading this, pag make other podcast hosts jealous, gets ko na hindi ako yun. Sila, right? Dear reader, most podcast producers will tell you that DIY editing is barely worth the number of listeners, more so with sales. Okay? So I would suggest ito in podcast producers not to capitalize them unless they are proper term, no? Proper noun. And sa akin, medyo na-confuse ako dito with, kasi di ba yung action, kumbaga sinasabi natin, itong action, hindi sulit for the payoff. Okay? So DIY editing, correct? Ito yung action. It's barely worth the number of listeners, more so with sales. Dito ako medyo nalito. Diba? So what you can say is, like, barely worth the trickle of listeners tuning in. Right? Yun yung hindi sulit, na parang, hindi yung listeners mismo, the fact na konti lang ang listeners sa lahat ng effort na ginawa mo. Right? So why not eliminate the ever time-consuming editing, correct, di ba? Tanggalin mo yung pain point niya and still get the listeners you're looking for. Okay? So maybe what you can improve here is maybe give an idea of how big or how many, right? Or the size of listeners. Okay? Para lang may depth, no? Because finally, you can earn from your podcast. So this one, I would say, is a bit of a jump, no? Kasi ang goal natin dito, di ba? For the first two lines, you're talking about listeners. We're talking about listeners. Then dito, earn from your podcast. Parang biglang natalon tayo. Ano pa talaga yung goal natin? Right? Parang it seems to be a jump. Kasi we're saying na ito yung problema, ito yung solution. Then biglang naging iba yung benefit. Right? So finally, it should still be related to the audience, right? Great, getting the listeners. Okay? Clear ba, Adrian? Yan. So going through the objections without wasting precious hours better spent for other activities, without missing the podcast technicalities for a smooth show, without high fees for maintaining the show. Right? So this makes sense. I would suggest making this more specific, like for other activities. Ito yung mga sabi kong a bit of parang weak words in the sense that wala siyang masyadong specific, right? Parang wasting precious hours better spent creating more episodes, right? Or recording more episodes. So, kumbaga, ang point natin is you're better at recording, do your own stuff, hands off ka sa editing. So, wasting precious hours better spent right? Recording more episodes. So that would be more concrete, di ba? Kasi other activities, that feels very vague, di ba? And parang wala masyado impact, okay? Without missing the podcast technicalities for a smooth show. I think this could be worded better kasi it made me think ano yung sinasabi mo dito, right? Like without messing up the recording, something to that extent na mas mabilis maintindihan, okay? Then you can find out in a new book from the best-selling author of Out of the Wire, Jessica Abel. I think you can emphasize here in title, like with bolding or quotation marks. But only if you hurry. Yeah. Basically, that's it, Adrian. You did a good job. It's just that yung consistency dito, ito yung mga minor details na minsan hindi natin nakakatch, no? So it's helpful to have like live critiques to emphasize it. So yung earning from podcast, make it consistent. Kung dito, listeners, make it listeners as well. Okay? So next, Bea. Bea naman sa spotlight. Alright? So Bea, subject, make introvert entrepreneurs jealous. So, dear reader, most introvert entrepreneurs will tell you that selling their product or service and getting little in return is barely worth the effort and time they put in trying to close that sale. So, it's a bit of a mouthful, Bea. I think you got it. I think yung, tawag dito, selling their product and services, yan yung effort, di ba? But I think you can be more specific here. Kasi since ang end goal mo is to have more sales, di ba? So, ang point mo kasi dito is, this is something that they have to do, but with your solution, they don't have to do it anymore. Okay? But selling your product and service, that is something that you have to do to make sales, regardless, di ba? So maybe be more specific with this in the sense that maybe selling it online or selling it using Pinterest, okay? Or maybe doing your manual house-to-house visit selling your product, like very specific kasi the idea of selling your product or services, kailangan mo talaga siya gawin to make a sale. Maybe there's a specific way of doing it that you don't have to do anymore, okay? Tapos, and getting little in return. Ito naman, yung getting little in return, medyo napangunahan mo yung barely worth, okay? In our template kasi, barely worth the effort, di ba? Kumbaga, hindi sulit yung pinasok mong effort. Dapat dito mo ipapasok yung bakit siya hindi sulit. But even dito pa lang napasok mo na eh. And getting little in return is barely worth the effort. Okay? So hanggang dito, mag-close na. Most introvert entrepreneurs will tell you that selling their product and service is barely worth the effort, di ba? Kasi pag dito, obvious na hindi siya worth it, di ba? Hindi mo na kailangan sabihin barely worth. Okay? The reason we say this is because i-reveal natin na hindi siya sulit dito. Okay? Was that clear, Bea? I'm not sure if I explained that clearly. But parang ang point dito, pinangunahan mo na yung negative. Dapat yung negative after barely worth. Okay? This is the action. Ito yung negative. Okay? Yan. So, why not eliminate the long hours and great effort you put in on trying to close the one client and still get sales in return? So, I think we can tighten this up. So, why not eliminate the long hours? Ito din, like the great effort. That sounds generic, right? That sounds generic. The long hours and say, ano ba? Parang something extreme that would exemplify great effort in a different way, in a more specific way, di ba? Long hours and sleepless nights, right? Or sleep deprived nights. Those can be a more concrete example of great effort, di ba? Great effort seems to be like generic, eh. Like if we say like 0 sleep nights or sleepless nights, those are more relatable, okay? Yeah. So because finally you can make sales after sales without even trying. So ito, napangunahan mo din siya, Bea. Kasi di ba ito may tatlong without tayo, without being salesy, without looking desperate, or without changing who you are. So dito, pinangunahan na ng isang without. Okay? So parang medyo nasira yung flow niya na prematurely nasimula mo ng without. Tapos iba yung format niya, di ba? So dito may 1, 2, 3 punch tayo of without. But dito nasimula mo na. So without even trying, isipin mo, kahit basahin mo, you can make sales after sales without even trying, without being salesy. Right? Parang it's a mouthful. Okay? And siguro yung sales after sales, it doesn't feel right for some reason, no? Siguro in terms of saying it, medyo laborious siya sabihin, no? Um, because finally you can even say you can make sales daily, right? You can make sales effortlessly, without being salesy, without looking desperate, without changing who you are. Itong tatlong ito, those are, I like what you wrote here. Yung desperate, especially the desperate one and changing who you are. That's very powerful. But nababawasan yung power niya because of yung premature entrance ng without dito. Okay? So let's continue on with the email. You can find out more. You can find out how in a new book from Matthew Owen Pollard, known as Rapid Growth Guy, responsible for launching 5 to $1 million businesses. Yep, pretty straightforward here. Okay. All right. Did that make sense to you, Bea? Yeah. I'm not being harsh, if ever, if I say something, no. It is just for, yun nga siya, critique siya. It's for you, it comes out of love, no, to make it better for you, to make you sound more professional. Because I know a lot of you are very passionate sa ginagawa nyo. Parang you're invested in your audience. I know Bea is, as a matter of fact, sa industry niya. So I want her um, to sound accordingly. Na ma-match nung emails niya, yung passion niya and her drive for her business. Right? Because sometimes silly mistakes like that, aminin man natin o hindi, it can hurt your brand. Diba? It can hurt your brand if ang hirap basahin ng email, right? So it might be a signal na, okay, kung mahirap basahin email nito, baka mahirap din siya kausapin in person. Hindi natin sure, di ba? But if we give that impression and yun ang alam nila sa atin, that's the only basis of their impression of us, of their judgment, di ba? So that's why maganda nang dito natin na po-point out so that when you use it in real world, in your own business or your first client, tapos na. Nalabas na natin to, na-solve na natin before pa maging real yung consequences, yung stakes. Okay? Right. So we'll move on to the next one. Specifics and curiosity. Okay. So this example natin dito is a health niche. Okay. So I'll read the email first. So ito hindi lang template. I have the whole email here. Over 60, tired, set an alarm and do this at 9 a.m. Super specific, no? Curiosity sa simula, curiosity and qualifying, no? The reader. Set an alarm and do this at 9 a.m. Dear reader, multiple scientific studies have now confirmed the truth. If you want to slow down aging in your joints, brain, skin, and body fat levels, here's what to do. Set an alarm and do this at 9 a.m. or earlier to feel 432% better. Napaka-specific. The reason for this alarm is this is so easy to do. It's also easy to forget to do it. After you're done, observe how your body changes over the next week. Watch how your energy increases a full 359%. This is why you want to use this at 9 a.m. or earlier. Regards. So sign off there. Okay? So let's see how this works in the template. So yeah, si attorney. Yeah. In your 30s, facial wrinkles starting, set an alarm and do this at 7:30 a.m. So I actually like this email. But I'll show you some of the things that I will change as well. No? Dear reader, a 12-week efficacy study has now confirmed the truth. If you want to slow down the effects of aging on your facial skin, here's what to do. Set an alarm and do this daily at 7:30 a.m. or earlier. Provide instant benefits so skin feels softer and smoother after just one use. Now, this is the part where, from the template, this is the part where naka-hyperlink siya. Diba? Ito yung naka-link sa, kumbaga, what you'll do at 7:30, malalaman mo when you click on the link. Okay? So ito dapat supposedly yung hyperlink. And usually it shouldn't be the longest line sa email. So for example, this is one line, this is 1.5 line, and this is like two lines and a quarter. So that's the click, di ba? So usually like for this one, it's two lines but meron mas chunky na line. So it's a bit of a nitpicking, but kumbaga, you can make this a bit more brief, no? For example, set alarm and do this at 7:30 a.m. or earlier to get um, softer and smoother skin after one use. Okay, you can already remove the instant benefits, right? Because obviously ito na yung benefit, right? So hindi na kailangan it feels redundant, kumbaga. Okay? Yeah. Then did I mention that it can be done in 2 minutes? Perfect. The reason for the alarm is this is so easy to do and it's also easy to forget to do. After you're done, observe your skin, how your skin changes over 12 weeks. All right. Watch out for how your skin will improve its smoothness, softness, texture, clarity, and radiance at the comfort of your own home. Users have improved in these areas up to 70% difference. This is why you want to do this 7:30 a.m. or earlier. So some notes here is the comfort of your own home. No? So it would be valid kung yun yung issue nila of going out. Kung yun yung issue nila, that's what's holding them back to get fairer skin or better skin is going out of the house, no? But if hindi siya, okay, if it's not necessarily going out of the house, maybe okay lang naman sa kanila lumabas, but ayaw nila yung mahal yung procedure or painful. Okay, so an alternative would be um, softness, texture, clarity, and radiance um, without a needle ever touching your face. Okay, so kung yun yung worry nila na may ma-injection sila ng Botox, kung ano na gawin sa mukha nila, if that is their fear, yun yung ipapasok natin dito. Di ba? So maybe the home is not, well, me reading this, I wasn't sure if home was really the biggest pain point. I would imagine that for derma issues, it might be the chemicals, right? The procedures, the expense. Those would be the first things that I would think about. No? So just an alternative. So I'm not familiar naman with the niche. But yeah, I hope that makes sense to you. Users have improved in these areas up to a 70% difference. So the structure of the sentence is a little bit confusing because of the up to, no? Users have experienced improvement of up to 70%, right? So actually even that, hindi ako sure what the 70% mean, okay? So like in terms of score, gets ko kung 70%, how much that is, no? So maybe is it softness in the skin, right? Kung fairer yung skin by 70%. So something more concrete para mas valid yun. So yeah, sabihin, using this, users have experienced improvement of up to 70%. That would be fine. Yun na yung sentence. Shorter and to the point. Okay? And yeah, cool. That's it. Great job with this. Actually, everyone who submitted, great job, no? I'm just parang trying to, kasi with the template pa lang, say 50 na yung score mo, then what you wrote, that would be 70, 80. Then we were cranking it up to go higher, no? To 85, 90, 95. So that's what we're doing here. Okay? So next, si Kenneth. I'm not sure, I don't think Kenneth is here right now, no? Threatened by COVID-19, napaka-updated, no? Got colds and cough, protect yourself and others from getting sick. So I'll medyo fast forward ko lang to in a bit, no? Because when I was reading this, I realized now from Kenneth, you did nothing wrong here, no, Kenneth, if you're watching the replay. It's just that when I was reading this, mas maganda kasi yung structure nila. Itong structure ng email na to, better suited for transformation rather than prevention. Okay, ito kasi prevention from getting the virus, right? And it's somehow parang hindi siya nagbe-blend. It's like yung parts, di ba? Yung hindi swak yung mga parts. Like it's like putting a square peg in a round hole. So maybe the idea might be how to get cured, right, from coronavirus. Tips that you can do to get to cure. You see, that's the direction where the template is leaning towards. Okay. But si Kenneth, I would commend you, Kenneth. Madalas ikaw yung first na nagsasabit ng assignment. So I'll give you props for that. Okay. So Leonard. So Leonard is here. Hi, Leonard. Bati naman dyan sa chat. So I know that you can see your work here, no? Yeah. So difficulty using the stairs. Follow the instructions twice a day and feel better. Okay. So, dear reader, multiple peer-reviewed high-quality studies have now confirmed the truth. So I would suggest here, no, yung peer-reviewed, yung peer doesn't have to be capitalized. Then yung high quality, okay, that should be implied, not necessarily overtly sasabihin, right? So multiple peer-reviewed studies have now confirmed the truth, di ba? Pero implied na dahil study siya, na peer review siya, na mataas yung quality, it's credible. Okay? So the high quality here seems to be a little out of place, right? Kahit tanggalin mo yan, basahin mo, it seems okay. It seems implied na high quality siya, right? Does that make sense sa'yo, Leonard? If you want to have an easier time with the stairs, here's what to do. So I would suggest here, no, na if you want to have an easier time going up the stairs, di ba? Kasi anong ginagawa with the stairs? Are you painting them? Are you constructing them? Are you demolishing them? So kailangan clear din tayo dyan. Here's what to do. Click this link and follow the instructions twice a day and feel better. So I would suggest na based on the theme ng template, no, it would be, your call to action might be more powerful if you'd say, do this twice a day and start gliding up the stairs with zero pain. Right? Instead of click this link, right? Parang yung as the one kasi writing the email, you want to assert authority without being pushy or without being, I'm the authority here. Hindi yung garapalan. Hindi yung garapalan. And one of the ways to do it is, like yung kanina yung email ni Hazel, di ba? It can be a pain in the butt. And we remove the can and sabihin natin, it's a pain in the butt. It's direct, it's powerful, it's confident, and it's authoritative. And one way you can do that, even sa call to action lang, is saying, do this. Di ba? Kasi, sino ba nagsasabi ng do this? Okay? Di ba? Say, parents, teachers, okay, bosses. So, it's a subtle cue that these are the words that are being used by authorities, people we follow, people we respect. And if you repeat those words, di ba? Parang ganun yung mapipil nilang relationship ninyo. Without you saying it, it's like you're the authority in this, that you have the say, you have their respect, kumbaga. Right? So do this twice a day and start gliding up the stairs with zero pain. Right? Yan. Gets ba? Gets ba, guys? Why those subtle cues in the word can have a big impact sa thinking ng tao? Gets ba? Or malabo? Okay, type in dito sa chat if malinaw naman. Aside kay Leonard. Thanks, Leonard. How about others? Yep, gets for Marv. All right, Bea, Izzy. All right, cool. Thank you, Ray. Yan. The reason for the click, this is so easy to do, it's also easy to forget to do. So dito, the way it was structured sa original email, alarm kasi siya, di ba? So the reason for the alarm, kasi madali siyang gawin, but madali siyang malimutan din. So something that you could tweak, kasi wala namang alarming sa tip mo, is pwede mong sabihin na, so why just two times, twice a day, di ba? So instead of the reason for the alarm, you could say, so why just twice a day? Well, this is easy to do, but it's also easy to forget to do, right? It's also forget to do it. Parang sa wording medyo, we could clarify this, no? It's also easy to forget to do. Hindi na siguro yung it. So, yun yung reason. Yun yung gagawin mo na, why just 2 times? Why just twice a day? Okay? Yun yung pwede mong gamitin since wala kang alarm. After you're done, observe the change in the level of difficulty over the next 2 weeks. So we can do, sorry. Now, I wouldn't say level of difficulty, okay? Observe the change. Yeah, combine ko itong dalawa kasi pwede natin i-edit to, no? Watch out for how easy it will be for you to climb up the stairs again because your knees don't feel as painful as before. This is why you'll want to really follow the instructions twice a day. So I would say na if we'll rewrite this, sabihin natin, after you're done, observe how easy it is for you to go up the stairs over the next 2 weeks. Diba? Watch out for, diba? How your knees will be thanking you. Alright? For, parang ganun, na pain-free na siya. Okay? Pain-free na siya. This is why you'll want to really follow the instructions twice a day. I would suggest removing yung really, right? You'll want to follow instructions twice a day. There's something about yun lang in the context here, no? Yung really na it seems like you don't know. You want to emphasize it, but you don't know what to say. So really, ganun. But it feels ano ba? Parang it lacks that finesse kapag ganon. So I'd rather remove that na lang. Unless you're being playful with it, or it's just like your character, no? This is why you want to follow instructions twice a day. Okay? So I think that's more powerful and that's more, kumbaga, it feels more adult, more in command, inconsistent siya sa authority and power position mo. Right? Cool. Right. And clear ba yun, Ray? Leonard? Yeah, so we'll go to the last email. All right. Cool. So last email tayo. This is the abandoned cart email. So we'll go straight to the samples, no? So Marbs, oh, hi Marbs. Oh, yan. Ikaw na sa spotlight. Oh, did something go wrong, Robert? So this is an email that people will get once they go to the checkout page, but don't continue with the purchase. Okay? So, yun nga, abandoned cart siya. But, kumbaga, they've already read the sales page. They were convinced of the idea. They were about to purchase it, but medyo nag-back out. Maybe they're not totally convinced yet. Pero they've already shown you that, kasi sa 100 people that would land on the sales page, this is just a rough figure, no? More of the idea of it. Say 10% would go to the checkout page. So 10% sa 100, 10 lang yung pupunta sa checkout page. They already, kumbaga, convinced na sila. Just not enough, di ba? They're there, but not all the way there. So, konti lang tong 10 tao na to. So, it's like they're saying na, it's like they're raising their hand, pero hindi all the way up. Parang halfway lang. So, sayang naman, let's communicate with them. They already told us that they're interested, more interested than the rest of the 90%. So, let's continue on that conversation. So, hi, Robert. It looks like you just went to sign up for Run for Beginners program, but weren't able to complete the checkout process. If this was an issue on our end, or if you have any questions about the program, just tell me by hitting the reply to this email. So I would suggest like pagsama mo na siya sa isang sentence, Mars. Just tell me by hitting reply to this email. Hanggang dyan yung sentence, no? One of the most common questions we get is, will it really work for me as a beginner? So we inject yung parang most frequently asked question, di ba? Kasi usually the reason that they back out is baka may isa pa silang question na hindi na sasagot, na kailangan natin masagot to convince them to finally take the step. And a good bet is, what's the most popular question you're getting? Baka iniisip din nila yun, no? So hindi natin to gagawing full-on FAQ email, but just the most popular one, because chances are we have a separate email for the FAQ, no? So, will it really work for me as a beginner? It works. Just trust the process. Be faithful in following the beginner-specific workouts, and results will follow. Now, this Marv is where I think you can improve it. Kasi parang hindi mo sinagot yung tanong. But it really worked for me as a beginner. What they're really asking is, prove to me that that it will work, di ba? And what he said was, he just reiterated the fact na, oo, okay yan, maniwala ka sa akin. Parang ganun yung lumabas dun sa copy, okay? It works, just trust the process. Maniwala ka lang, parang ganun lumalabas. But what would make it more powerful is, give a case study of somebody who similar to them, diba, that got success, right? Will this work for me? Well, let me tell you about say Michael. No, si Michael, mahina cardio, may asthma, allergic sa allergic sa peanuts. He can barely run he can barely walk a kilometer, let alone run a marathon. But blah blah blah, right? So that is the proof na, kumbaga itong sample mo, dehadong-dehado na nagawa pa rin yung goal niya, di ba? Na gusto rin ma-achieve ng reader mo. Like, in this case, sino ba yung reader? Si Robert, di ba? Gusto ni Robert mag-marathon, for example, busy lang siya sa office, but healthy siya. Ito nga si Michael, gustong-gusto, pero kumbaga katawan ayaw, pero nagawa niya pa rin. Right? That's more convincing. If nagawa niya yun, chances are, mas kaya ko. Okay? So that's the way we try to answer this question. That's how we give proof, no? So we are here anytime to help you understand how Run for Beginners program can help you finish your first marathon minus the frustrations and nagging injuries. Otherwise, go here to get immediate access to all the bite-sized videos with training plans specific for your current goal in fitness, especially for beginners. So you can finally make your relatives envy that you were able to check that box of finishing your first full Mary. Is that a running term, yung first full Mary? Marbs? All right. I think that you can yung mga past examples before. Yeah, that sounds good. That's good that you're using jargon. Plus points sa yan, Marbs. I just think that it's a bit wordier, no? Like here, your current goal and fitness, especially for beginners, I think I'm iffy kung kailan pa kasama to since specific, di ba? You can say customize to your current goal and fitness. So parang implied na siya. You can make fun and be siguro pa yung mauna to. So you can finally cross out your bucket. Pwede siyang pattern. So you can finally run your first full Mary, cross it out of your bucket list, and make your relatives drool with envy. Something na ganun. I think that would make it give it a better flow, no? With customized plans for your goals, for your fitness goals, right? With bite-sized training videos specific to your fitness goals, your specific fitness goals, so you can finally finish your first full Mary, cross it out of your bucket list, and make your, I wouldn't even say relatives, maybe prove your doubters wrong, right? I think that would be, because we think of relatives as love, diba? As love and support. So parang may konting conflict, but maybe doubters. Maybe may doubters sa relatives mo. Sila lang ititirahin natin. Does that make sense to you, Marv? So that's how we ended it. If you already paid via bank deposit or submitted your proof of payment, here, kindly ignore this message. Yeah. So this is mostly for the local market kasi sa international usually card na sila, no? But this is kasi minsan if you accept like bank payments, syempre hindi yan automatic. You batch process that at the end of the day or a specific time of the day. So maybe they check out sa morning, right? So check out nila sa morning, nag-glance sila sa checkout page, tapos umatras sila. Yun lang pala, nagbayad sila ng instead of tumuloy sila sa sa online payment, nag-online transfer sila sa'yo. Tapos nag-exit sila sa checkout page, di ba? Kasi wala ng point. So nag-checkout sila, nag-abandon sila ng card, but pero nagbayad na sila via online fund transfer. So technically paid na sila. Then makukuha nila tong email na to. Tapos sinasabi ng email na to, ay, hindi ka pala tumuloy magbayad or nag-purchase, right? Baka magtaka sila, nag-online transfer na ako, tapos nakakuha ako ng email na to, baka hindi na natanggap. Saan napunta pera ko? Ayaw natin may ganong worry. That's why we include this in the PS para to give them that assurance na kung na-send mo na, chill ka lang, okay lang, kami bahala sa'yo. Okay? So that's the important. It's very subtle, but it's very important because trust is very important, especially with money, di ba? Ayaw natin may doubt sila sa honesty natin, credibility. That's why this PS is very important, especially if you're accepting offline payments. Does that make sense to you guys? Do you type in make sense here sa chat before we move on to our last email? Yeah. Thanks, Marv. How about others? Attorney, alam ni attorney yan. Bea, Leonard, Ray. All right. Medyo naubusan na akong boses. So, Mitch, nandito pa ba si Mitch? Let me check dito. Oops. Wait, ako may pinta kong mali. Anyway, Mitch, yan. Mitch is here, no? So, did something go wrong? D, it looks like you just went to sign up for training package A, but weren't able to complete the checkout process. If this is an issue on our end or any questions, blah, blah, blah. One of the most common questions we get is, do you customize the program according to our specific requirements? We do offer tailored fit training programs exclusive for your company. This way, we help you with your specific department and our organization goals. We're here anytime to help you understand how each training program can help you in sustaining competencies and continuous development of your workforce, minus the stress and expensive costs in the long run compared to setting up your own training arm. Otherwise, you can go here, get started, and get immediate access to all the training programs designed to make your company thrive. Let's grow your business, Mitch. I think it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, parang wala naman ako ma-comment dito. I think it's well written. It's clear. Sure, you can tighten some things here. The sustaining company. Kasi medyo formal siya. I'm not sure if that's really the way you would talk to the B2B audience, no? Itong part siguro na to. Siguro you could arrive to setting up your own training arm earlier, right? Minus the stress. Yeah. That's how I write to as a proposal. Yeah. Kasi wala naman masyadong, maybe something tighter, but I see the point. I see how it makes sense. So, yeah, good job. We don't have anything that stood out that needs to be changed. So, yeah. Great job. Yeah. All right. So, guys, those are the, sorry. Those are the entries that I picked out for live critique. So, meron ba tayong mga questions? Maybe you have questions from the critique or maybe in general about email writing that you may want to ask. Kasi this will be our office hours na ito, special edition ng office hours natin ito. So yeah, kung may questions kayo, feel free to ask. Kahit hindi related to the challenge, in general, on writing emails for your business, for clients, I guess, yeah. So yeah, siguro habang wala pang tanong, did you enjoy the writing challenge? What did you like about it? What did you have a hard time with it? Hazel, yes, definitely. We'll upload this sa members area natin, even sa Facebook group natin. Marv's, For now, on hold muna yon. Like we have access. I think I emailed you the copy no for the 7 emails dun sa initial email games natin. For now, on hold siya, pero meron naman kayong access if you want to use all those emails for your own business. But in terms of the challenge, pause muna natin. I made this challenge actually to make it simpler because ang napansin kong difficulty with that email games challenge is medyo even tempted tayo siya, medyo mahirap pa rin siya i-fill up. Because yung fill in the blanks nun, like insert a story, insert an aha moment, which is kind of difficult to create on the spot if hindi pa na-train yung foundation. So that's why I made an extra effort here in this challenge to make it easier, right? Effective yet easier in the sense that I chose emails that are easier to fill in, to get that confidence going, to get those under your belt, no? So later on, diba, we'll have more frequent challenges coming up to build that foundation so that next time when we get to that more intricate email sequences, mas madali na maghanap, no? Mas madali siya fill up. Mitch, will 7-day email sequence be effective enough kaya, coach? As in promotion lang naman, not selling. Yung at least may masend lang sa mga subscribers. So Mitch, sige, would you like to go online, Mitch? I mean, i-on ko yung audio mo. No. Leonard, I found challenging kasi it was daily, but the daily updates also remind me to put in the work. All right. Great to hear that, Leonard. Ayaw ni Mitch, hindi ka nasagutin yung question mo. Joke lang. Game. All right. So, yeah, I'll unmute you. Hey, Mitch.
Hello, Coach. Good
Nice
evening
to talk to you again.
Hello, Coach. Yes po.
Yeah. So yung question mo, 7-day email, sa'yo mo kasi is promotion, not selling.
Yes, Coach.
These may send to subscribers.
Right?
So when we say effective, ano yung gusto mo ma-achieve? Kasi apparently hindi ito sales, di ba? So hindi sales yung benchmark natin. So what is effective for you?
I mean, syempre sales. Bottom line naman po, sales. Pero, hindi ako sa email magbebenta kasi nandiyan naman si FB ads, di ba? So, si FB, makikita nila yung, paano ba ang process? From FB ads, tapos pag-click nila, tapos magsisend ako nitong emails, kahit 7 days lang, kahit siguro every other day nga lang to, or every 2 days lang, para lang makip sila, para lang continuous na may nasisend ako. Ayoko na talaga magsulat.
Lay it out for me. Para kasing na-drop kami sa gitna eh. Give me a process. Like,
I'll be posting an FB ad.
okay.
Something like nag-enjoy lang sa team building.
Give us the business. Siguro give us a background of the business and sino yung target market.
For example, I'm a venue and a training provider, and I am targeting you as a company, any company po that that needs team building naman. So usually sales yung mga ganun. Then magki-click ka sa ad ko, makukuha ko email ad mo.
Alright.
I'll be sending you a 7-day sequence.
Okay.
Ganyan lang yung content. The importance of team building, the real definition of true leader, yung gano'n, empowering your team.
Alright.
Ganun lang. Pero, hindi ko nga alam eh, doon ko rin ba ilalagay yung packages, yung different training, what do you call that? Offers that I give them, parang gano'n. Or okay na yun eh, na Facebook ads na lang talaga. May Facebook page naman, so makikita na nila yung training package, gano'n. Sorry yung brain cells ko scattered sa floor.
Gusto ko nga ilabas mo gusto ko nga maintindihan yung thinking mo. So that, parang sa email natin, di ba? I have to understand the pain before giving you a treatment.
Mm. So,
So,
so yun,
yeah.
coach, paano? Halimbawa, ikaw yung tinarget ko sa'yo yung FB ad ko. Tapos, nag-click ka. Tapos, ikaw ang nakakatanggap ng 7-day sequence. Nang yun lang, puro leadership, puro team building. I-inculcate ko lang sa'yo na team building is important. Kailangan mo pa-team building ng team mo. Parang ganun.
Mm-hmm.
Pero hindi kita bebentahan sa email. Tama ba? Hindi ko alam kung tama eh.
Mali ko ba? Ano ba alam ko dyan? Ang ano ko lang is, syempre, sa akin, siguro, bakit mo sinabing ayaw mo bentahan sa email?
Ang haba kasi isulat nun, coach. Ang haba. At sabagay, yung template, yung ano lang naman, parang yung digital brochure lang naman siguro yon. Pero kasama na yun eh, sa isi-send ko eh.
I'm curious, bakit mong... I'd imagine that... Kasi di ba, ito ba yung sa... Ano nyo sa Pansol?
Yes
Ito ba
po.
So, I would target... I would suggest targeting people na hindi mo na kailangan i-prove yung team building. Alam mo yun, like... Kasi I think ang best would be like to sell na... Kumbaga, ang ideal audience mo are people na naghahanap ng team building location, and your emails, it's kind of proving to them na ikaw dapat yung piliin nila. Rather than telling them the idea of, okay, ang team building. I mean, parang, siguro that could be part of your audience. On training them, kumbaga colder audience pa yun, di ba? Na educating them on the value of team building. Pero I think that would, feeling ko ang gagawa dapat nun is yung facilitator. Kasi di ba with team building, do you also facilitate the team building ba? Or you just offer the education?
It's more than a venue. Pwede kasi, yun kasi nangyayari, coach.
Okay.
Venue lang ang gusto kasi nangyayari sa team building, banding na lang. Di ba? Wala na yung training investment talaga. So, pwedeng dalawa. Pwedeng, sige, venue lang. Pwede rin naman yung may totoong training.
Okay. Hindi fake lang.
Ayun, tropa-tropa lang. Yung ganon.
Well, you can offer the training as an upsell, di ba? Kasi hinanap ng tao venue eh. Hindi yun yung bigay natin. Then, you can offer sa package na lang. Okay, ito yung package natin. May package din tayo na may trainer, di ba? So,
upsell, oo.
You can offer that as an upsell na pwede mong dagdag ka na lang konti. Then we will have people na we have trainers who can parang kumbaga formally trained, who can get more out of your team than you believe na nothing more than na makuha sa casual conversation na, diba? So, yeah, I think yung tsaka yung thinking na yung sa selling, I think yun yung isa sa mga best assets nga ng emails eh. Kasi with emails, di ba you pay a fixed fee to talk to your audience? Sabi nga, MailChimp wala pang fee, di ba? Pay first 2,000, wala, you don't have to pay anything. And you can deliver a message. Kasi the more emails you send, that's more attempts to make the sale. Correct?
Yes.
Would you agree?
Yes po. Okay.
So,
yes
po. Natin, if you're using MailChimp, and you're not paying for anything yet, if kumari free account ka pa, so you get multiple chance to sell them. Eh pag sa ads, sabihin natin nag-like na sila sa page mo, then you want to target them to sell them on your offer. And every time you want to talk to them, you have to pay pa. Diba? So, sa akin personally, like I use FB ads as a support to my emails kung naglo-launch ako. So, for example, if they visit my sales page, merong Facebook retargeting. So, hindi na to part ng lesson natin. But, hey, parang I saw that you visited the page, blah, 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 di ba? So, it's kumbaga following them. Since based sa behavior nila. Pero my main selling mechanism pa rin would be yung emails. Kasi, I mean, cost-wise, mas practical siya, di ba? And you can switch up the messaging. Diba? Isang FAQ, isang case study, maybe you can give a coupon, di ba? Of course, the ads parang
Yes po.
medyo, also, of course, you can write multiple ads as well naman. But, yeah, kumbaga sa akin, hindi lang siya pang nurture. Yung parang ganun kasi yung feel ko yung perspective mo sa email. Na pang nurture siya, hindi magbebenta dyan.
Opo, ganun nga lang.
Diba?
Okay,
So,
sige.
in reality nga, sa Facebook nga, you go to Facebook, diba, to socialize, to check on your friends. It's an even, kumbaga, worse avenue to sell kasi people aren't there to
Buy talaga.
buy. Diba?
Yes po.
Sa email nga, to some extent, na-condition ng nga tao na parang to buy or at the same, or kung hindi man to buy, they're conditioned to spend more time reading emails, diba, rather than posts sa Facebook. So that conditioning na ready sila to spend more time reading an email, that's the time you can build your case by sharing a story, by sharing a case study. Na by the time binabasa nila yun, pwede mo sila ma-convince to get your services. So I think that should be flipped, in my opinion. Na email should be your main selling point and support yung ads. Kasi you can actually sell now without the ads. Of course, it helps if you do it right. But don't be afraid to do so. Kasi baka nga disservice pa sa kanila if you don't put there a link where they can book you. Kasi may convince na sila, paano ba ako magbo-book dito? So, okay, nag-gets ko yung tip mo ng ganun team building. Pero wala naman akong way to get started, di ba? So,
ilalagay ko kaagad yung contact details. Tawagan mo ko kaagad. Alam mo yun?
Pwede naman.
Contact us agad. Parang may call to action.
Right. Ito yung main benefits. And if you want to get started with this, you can, di ba? You can call our office, right? And we can get you started. Kasi kung may tips ka binigay, say 5 tips to parang improve your team bonding or teamwork, tapos you can say that these are the 5 principles that we use in our, diba, in our, say, programs. E di automatic kung nag-buy-in sila dun sa 5 tips mo, tapos sinabi mo, yun yung exactly gagawin namin for you, mas, diba, it makes sense na, hey, click here if you're interested, we can do this for you instead of you doing it for your own team. So, don't be shy. Sell.
Okay, sige. Sige po. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Okay.
Yan. Yan. Alright, guys. May iba pa bang questions? Silent type na lahat. Alright. Since parang wala ng questions, yeah. Siguro before we end lang, I just like to thank you guys, and I'm really proud of you na nagawa niyo yung sa challenges. I really try to make an effort to make it friendlier. Kasi the first email games, it was my first time to like templatize a sequence, and hindi ko na-realize na parang I was asking too much for somebody who hasn't started writing emails yet. So I tried to make it more friendly this time around. And yeah, I'm super happy to see ang bilis siya mag-sulat ng email, write sa comments, and it just makes me happy pag nakita ko na may mention ako or nakita ko nagko-comment kayo sa post, and seeing your writing, yeah, it's there's no better feeling, no? And better pa like if you can apply it in your business, get more results. That's the ultimate happiness, no? And yeah, we'll have more of this, no? Thank you, AZ. Thank you, attorney. And we will have more of this, like bullet writing, lead magnet, even maybe later on doing more mini courses. Let's see, to help you improve your business, right? Bullet writing, subject lines. Madami akong ideas. It will take time to implement them. But yun yung goal ko, like to turn these ideas, turn these the text that you see on your screen, yung mga emails na yun, yung mga PDF, turn them into a skill that will last you a lifetime, right? Kasi it's no use having them in your file, kahit i-download mo siya, tapos balang araw gagamitin mo. Yung balang araw, usually, hindi naman nangyari. Sa totoo lang, di ba? Hindi naman nangyari yung balang araw. So, I mean, in just the 5 days from, kailan ba natin ito simulan? Wednesday? Now Tuesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday ulit. You have like, a lot of you had 5 emails done already. And like, when was the last time you wrote an email before that? Right? I'm not sure, but I'm betting that you haven't written an email a day for 5 days before. Right? So, just those, yung compact na 5 days na yun, you got so much done. That brings joy to me, and I hope it brings value to you as well. No? And there's a lot more coming up. And please feel free to share suggestions and suggestions and mga wins niyo. Kung may mga wins kayo, please feel free to post them. Magyabang kayo sa Inbox Society Facebook group natin or sa chat, because I'd love to feature you. I'd love you to be the next case study. I'm doing this. Gusto ko, ang goal ko maging success story kayo. Right? Maging next success story ko, maging case study, so that we can impact more people. Okay? And gusto ko nagyayabang kayo. Wait, yun yung goal ko, na lahat kayo can have your own success story. And hopefully these skills that we're building here, you can use. And so I'm always experimenting. As you noticed, so ito medyo, I just want to share something, no? I haven't really explored a lot of like expert interviews. I haven't focused a lot on those in master classes. Kasi I think we have a ton already inside Inbox Society that's super useful, no? I think yung kailangan natin is really implementing, applying the lessons, and not just head knowledge, but hard skills, no? Hard skills that would earn you mula, right? So that's our focus. And if you have suggestions, let me know. And we'll have more of this, okay? So yun lang. Didn't intend to do some malala mo kaya moment dito, but yun yung goals natin for you. So no worries. You're welcome for the feedback, Marvs. I think that's how we get better, right? That's how we get better. And we'll do this more. Cool. So with that, thank you very much. Have a great night. Thank you for coming here, Adrian, Bea, Glyza, Hazel, Izzy, Leonard, Mars, Mitch, Ray. What was your Ray? There we go. So have a great night, everyone. Till next time, tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. And we play to win. Don't forget, we play to win. We are Inbox Society. So with that, yes, good night, guys.